Welcome back to my channel, and here we are glowing up into midlife, and I'm doing a wig review today for two of the new City Collection Belle Tress wigs from their Italian City Collection. I am doing Verona, which is this lovely one here, and Napoli. So two wigs, one review. If you've been looking at either of these styles, stay tuned. But before that, as always, please subscribe to my channel. Click that bell, give me a thumbs up, and I am ready to get started on Verona and Napoli. We are talking about the new City Collection Belle Tress in their Italian City Collection, very new on the market. I am starting with Verona, then we're going to get into Napoli. And Verona is in the color Linen Blonde Rooted. Beige Linen Blonde Rooted. Don't want to miss the beige. Very pretty light colored blonde that I'm wearing here. So Verona is a mid-length style. She measures approximately 16 inches overall, and she has beautiful beachy waves. Let's take a quick look at her from all sides, from the front, from the left, from the back, and from the right. Super cute. Perfect beachy waves. A little different than a lot of their styles. This is a middle monofilament part, so you want to like a middle part. There are some tricks you can do to get it a little bit slightly off center, but you're not going to get a deep side part with a middle monofilament. And we'll look at the cap in just a few minutes. This is a super low density wig with really silky, natural looking, heat friendly fibers that Belle Tress has really perfected. I have to say Belle Tress probably has my favorite heat friendly fibers out of all of the many brands that I've tried. And this one does not seem to mention these side swept bang dimensions in the measurements. I feel like Belle Tress is kind of not giving all the measurements now. So when we look at our dimensions, I'm gonna say this one is about 7.5, because about 7, because to my chin it's 7.5. So you have a side swept bang at about 7. Real easy to pull off the face. They may pop out if you want to do a half up or full up style though. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. Again, the overall dimensions are 16, and you have a nape of 8 inches and sides of 15 inches. So it's a really nice mid-length style. Now it is rubbing on the clothes, so keep in mind whenever you have anything past your neck that's going to rub on the clothes, you can get more tangling. So you want to make sure to use heat often, and also bring a wide tooth comb around with you to try to keep those tangles to a minimum. That's really important for maintenance when you have these slightly longer styles or long styles, either or. All right, so we are going to take a look at the cap, but before we do that, let's look at this incredible lace front up close. It's pretty flawless, you guys. They do bring some of those lighter blonde pieces up, but I am not seeing any knots. It also has a beautiful pre-plucked part line. Very well done on that. Let's take a look at the inside of the cap. So as I mentioned, this has a middle monofilament part. You do have about 1.5 inches of space there, but you also have a pretty wide lace front. So you can move it over on this part here to more of a off-center part if you prefer. It just won't go all the way back. This does not have permatease. It's nice and low density, nice soft felt ear tabs with metal stays, open wefted back, extended nape with the velvet, and the Velcro adjuster. I'm a petite size cap, and I struggle a lot with caps fitting me. What I found interesting was that I have two wigs here, both from the City Collection, the new Italian City Collection, and Verona fits me really well, and Napoli is a bit big. So I just want to kind of put it out there that even with the same brand and the same collection, cap sizes can vary. This particular wig fits me really well, but it might be a fluke because most of the Belle Tress caps fit me large. So I can say that this one, the ear tabs are actually not falling over my head, which is amazing. Now I have short gray hair, so it's in a low sideburn, so it's really hard for me to cover that. But I think for others that have longer hair, to hold back or no hair. You have really, really nice coverage here because I usually have a lot more than that showing, and these ear tabs fit me perfectly with my ear, but Napoli's bigger, so I don't know if I just got lucky on this one or not, but we are now going to talk about this beautiful color. This is beige linen blonde, and the code is 16226138. This is described as a neutral beige blonde with medium and dark blonde highlighted with an ash blonde and a medium brown root. I would say that's a pretty apt description. I'm standing in front of my slider right now, which gives us a really nice view of color, but we're gonna also go outside and see it a little closer. All right, we are going outside, trying to get my finger out of the camera when I'm holding it. And you can see the root is not super dark. It is a medium root, which I like. Beautiful dimensional color. You definitely see the ash brown, the ash blonde highlights in there and that neutral blonde blending. It's very, very pretty color. Definitely a lighter blonde, and I think it's I would say a neutral to cool tones. I wouldn't say it's warm. When you're looking at color, I only use natural light in my house. I stand in front of windows. I also have a lot of side windows and sliders. I don't use any kind of ring lights or studio lights. I do believe that ring lights distort color, and I want to make sure to try to give you the most accurate color that I can, so you can see it to the best of your ability. But through a screen, there's always variations just to keep it real. This one is super duper cute. I love that the cap fits me, but again, that might just be a fluke. There are some very cute things you can do with this lovely low density wig, like an ear tuck. Easy ear tuck. Now, keeping in mind that you have those about 7-inch bangs that are not in the description, you want to note that if you were to pull it back this way, you may have those pieces come out depending on the size of your head, or they may pull back. It seems like for me, I could get them to kind of come back, but it looks like, you know, they're gonna fall. But I think the little pieces look cute out, but they might be a little bothersome, a little floppy, okay? I would say they're a little floppy. You could also do a full updo pony or claw clip look. So nice and low density. Just know that those pieces may come out because they're shorter right here. They really should have those in the dimensions, and they don't. So, but lots of cute styling options. I love the low density. I love the wave, that beachy wave. And I love the flawless hairline because I don't really like bangs. So I think this one is super cute. And now we are gonna move on to Napoli in Caramel Blonde Rooted. Now we're talking about Napoli in Caramel Blonde Rooted. And Caramel Blonde Rooted is one of my absolute favorite colors from this city collection because it is a warm blonde. I'll talk a little bit more about this color shortly. Let's take a look at Napoli from all sides. Here she is from the front, from the left, from the back, from the right. And you'll see that she can go under or out, kind of flips back and forth depending on whatever she feels like doing. And I kind of like that. I think it makes it look very natural. This is another super low density wig. And this one is right at your neck. So it is gonna be easier for tangles and maintenance because it's not hitting the clothes unless you're wearing like a turtleneck. So the dimensions on Napoli are 9 to 12-inch sides, and I do think they're including the front. You've got a little bit of a shorter layer right here, which is the 9, I believe. A couple of those shorter layers going through the sides, with the 12 being the overall from the top, and the nape is 5 inches. Nice and low density at 4.6 ounces, no permatease, flawless hairline, just like the other one, and that plucked part. Now, you know, in their previous collections, they did not pluck the parts the way they are with this new collection, and I can't thank Belle Tress enough for that, because I used to have to do a lot of work on the part lines. With the cafe collection, I would be plucking and then adding scar tape and all that. Now this one I did add scar tape and powder, and I do have a tutorial on that, but look how natural that part line looks. But I didn't have to pluck, which is huge. Huge. Okay, this is a super cute bob for summer, and it's straight, so it's really, the straight shorter ones are the best ones for maintenance. They're gonna last you longer. They're just easier because you can just run a flat iron through them. They're not going to tangle a lot because they're not hitting the clothes. So this is a, you know, really a low maintenance wig and perfect for summer. Let's talk about the cap. I'm going to take that off and let's get a closer look. This cap is really identical to the Verona cap, except that it has a left mono part instead of a middle mono part, and that is my scar tape, so you just can ignore that, but that's what makes it look so gorgeously natural on the part line. You have a temple to temple lace front. You have the soft Velcro with the metal stays. Same with that felt extended nape and the Velcro adjusters and the open wefted cap. It's the same cap except for the part. Part is left instead of middle. As I mentioned in the beginning of talking about Napoli, Caramel Blonde Rooted is probably my favorite blonde from the City collection. And Caramel Blonde Rooted's code is 3027-61310. It has a light brown root, and it is a blend of light gold blonde, strawberry blonde, and light auburn with cool blonde highlights, which would explain why I love it so much. It definitely has those red undertones, and I am a red girl. But if I'm gonna go blonde, I really like a warm blonde, and this is definitely a warm blonde with those auburns mixed in. It's just a beautiful color. Let's get a look at her outside as well. In front of the slider, you can see the dimension with those light blonde highlights and the mix of the lighter auburn and the medium gold blonde, and that root is perfection. It's just enough of a root, but not super dark. It's beautiful. This color, this is my jam right here. This is my perfect blonde. I have a couple perfect blondes from a couple different I can't talk today, brands, but this is one of them. Caramel Blonde Rooted. And all of my blondes are similar as far as why I like them. They're warm, a lot of times they have hints of red, and they're always rooted. This one is just long enough that if you wanted to do a low pony in the back or a messy claw clip look, you could pull up some of it. You do have those 9-inch layers in the front, but I think those would still go back. You could also do a half up, pulling some of them up because their hairlines are so flawless. You could also put a little clip here if you wanted to, or 2 little clips like this. Lots of, there's styling options on this one. She's not so short that you can't do little fun things. You could also do a headband. Very cute piece. They're both adorable, and what I love is they're low density. They don't have permatease. They have flawless hairlines, flawless part lines that are pre-plucked, so I give them an A++ on these new styles. I also think they're just perfect for spring and summer. And as always, guys, if you like what I'm doing here, if you are ready to glow up into midlife with me and do lots of fun wigs and mature skin and makeup and talking about aging gracefully and loving the skin we're in, then please, please, please subscribe to my channel, hit that bell, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you at the next one.